Rituparna Nath caught up with the management at the Dahej port, and here's what he had to say.
We have a 20-year contract for 2.5 million tons. If you look at the total contract period, it is almost a $25 billion deal which we have signed with Gazprom. It has a ramp-up period, and for this year it is going to start with 500,000 tons and going up to 2.5 million tons by 2022. And this first cargo which has come today is one of the 8 cargo which we'll be receiving this year. Next year is going to increase to around about 18 cargoes, and thereby is going to go to full volume of 40 cargo by 2022. And definitely with this deal we are connecting the largest reserves of gas in the world, that is in Russia, with the one of the most emerging market and promising market of gas, that is India. So it's going to be connecting both the country through a virtual pipeline.
So, sir, could you also help us understand how will the pricing be like? The deal has been renegotiated earlier. I understand it was linked to the Japanese customs cleared crude. So how will now this time the pricing be linked?
You see, when we had this deal, the oil prices were $100 plus. So all those deals which were being signed at that time were keeping in mind the oil price is going to be in a range of $100 plus. As the market changes, we also revisited our relationship with each other. This supply was supposed to come from stockmen. They could not develop the stockman project. So from both the sides, there was a give and take. So we renegotiated the contract, which has a lot of flexibility in terms of the volumes. As I said, one is the ramp-up period. Second is the indexation. We shifted from JCC crude to a Brent crude prices. We also have a lot of flexibility in the contract of diverting the cargo internationally. Depending upon need, we'll be able to have a flexible supply coming to us. As far competitiveness is concerned, I would say it's a very competitive price.
Right, sir. So when you talk about, you mentioned high oil prices. Now prices are again, going northwards. So are you fearful that the government might ask you to share the subsidy burden there are also reports suggesting they might do the same. Are you also fearful that this might happen? You might also be asked to bear the brunt?
See, today, if you look at this, government has made, as of now, that it's not going to roll back to the old mechanism as far as the subsidy sharing is concerned. As far as GAIL is concerned, GAIL is not a producer of oil and gas, so there's no question that GAIL coming into the ambit and having a windfall profit with the high price going up. So this question doesn't arise as far as GAIL is concerned. GAIL is not a producer of oil and gas.
Okay. And sir, we understand that, you have also said that for the benefit of the market, you will be okay with now GAIL going, separating out into a marketing arm and focusing on infrastructure. So when can we see that happening, and how will it shape out for GAIL in the future?
See, GAIL, as far as the transmission segment is concerned, if you look at our balance sheet, is already a separate vertical is already existing, which is we are going to have an SBU of GAIL. But the major issue which probably the people have been asking is about the open access, where we have already, if you look at our website, the open access is already made public, and we are going to have an interactive model where people can book the capacity online on the pipelines. So I hope all those concerns will be addressed with that. Today our focus is, rather than having a separation, is going to create infrastructure. So you need an entity which is financially sound, which can invest money. We have almost 25,000 crore of pipelines right now being executed by GAIL, and country needs another 50,000 crore to build the whole national gas grid. So that's the first priority for GAIL, where we'll be focusing our attention.
And sir, you've also talked about IPO for GAIL Gas. So when can we see that happening? When can we expect the IPO to come up?
Well, you see, as I said, GAIL has now entered into a big way into retail sector. Along with this all joint ventures, almost 75% of the retail market is being served today by GAIL, whether it is CNG, PNG, commercial, industrial. Right now, almost 10 new cities, right from South India and Bangalore and going up to the east up to Bhubaneswar and Cuttack and Jamshedpur and all those places, we are expanding the local grid. So going forward, this is going to be a sizable business of GAIL. So in that, we are looking at consolidation within GAIL, and once that happens, all the equity which we have invested in our joint venture will be clubbed at one place in GAIL Gas, except the IGL and MGL, which are already a listed company. And at that moment, once we finish that, we will look at the option of getting the GAIL Gas listed. So it's difficult to say a timeline, but that's the journey forward.
Right, sir. And sir, any plans? Do you have any plans? It was also said once the unbundling is done. This is my final question, sir. Once the unbundling is done, you might also look at, merging with IOCL. Anything on that? Are you interested on it?
You see, GAIL is a company specifically focused in gas, and it has very niche area in terms of understanding gas market, trading, shipping, LNG. So therefore it will be better in the larger interest of the country, in the instance of consumer, that this specialized area, that's the way GAIL was created in the beginning, to focus on gas. And today when the country wants to move toward gas-based economy, it's better this company serve the country better being a separate gas company.